The clock strikes 12, the scrubs come off. We swap our gloves for dice to toss. Docs and nurses, pharmacists too. Allied Health joins a motley crew. Critical hits after critical care. Saving lives and dragons we dare. From wards to the wilds we make our way. Off the clock but on the game we slay. Oh!
Hello everyone and welcome back to D&D MDT episode 3. Our team of adventurers, locums, healers have been requisitioned, dare I say dragooned, into appearing as guides for Quentin Fox Hollow, gentleman botanist and Her Majesty's servant. They've been given quite lucrative contracts to act as his guards and escorts on his way into the center of the Hollow Desert. And that is where we find them, on Airship, the dunes rolling by beneath them. And we find a team of some of our previous characters with a new face atop the airship, the set course. Greetings, adventurers.
Hello.
Hello.
So why don't we move around to say who we've got tonight, just starting from Aram and perhaps going across. Just say who you are and who you're playing.
I'm playing Aram, the Grave Domain Cleric, and my name's Georgia.
Hi, I'm playing Van Helsing, a Ranger Paladin who has probably suffered some brain damage recently and can't remember a thing. My name's Tom.
And I'm Sean, and I'm playing Panacea, the gnomish atheist cleric in this game.
Hi, I'm Olivia, and I play Elowin, a life cleric.
Lovely. You guys find yourselves atop the ship, the Set Course. It's a delightful, somewhat gaudy ship with the occasional ballista, and it's pretty sparse. There's Quentin Fox Hollow, who's a fox-kin sort of fox person with delightful fox ears and a bit of fur, bright orange fur, sort of a adventurer's outfit, tweed, a lot of tweed mixed in, and his companion Giuseppe, who's sort of carrying his bags. But that's it. It's the four of you and him, and you're just sort of flying the ship into the Hollow Desert. You are free to do what you wish.
I might wander forward and check out what's under those umbrellas and have a look over the side, be inquisitive.
Yeah, sure. You can poke around to the northwest of this airship. Not a lot. There's a few rations. There's some bootleg rum you find. Not a lot under those tents, actually. Fairly sparse, to be honest. Like you'd expect packed with supplies, limes, the sort of things an airship would normally have, but fairly sparse to the northwest.
I think Aram would be at the front of the ship, never being this high before, just hanging off the front, Titanic style, soaking in the view.
Okay. Do you want to make a perception check while you're up there, or you're just happy to
Oh yeah,
just Titanic it up?
Yeah.
Sure. You can roll me a perception check.
Who's going to behave? All right, let's go. Yes. 22.
22. Are you sort of looking outwards from the airship or at the contents of the airship itself?
Mainly looking out.
Yeah. Looking out, it's a relatively clear sky. There's a few clouds about. The Hollow Desert stretches out before you, sort of these, there's sand before you, there's sand behind you. You can't see any sign of an oasis or forest or wherever you left from. You do see a series of switchback canyons up on the horizon, and you see them sort of emerging almost like a plateau from the desert. And with that sort of roll, you also see a faint glint coming from one of the canyons. You can't see what, but it seems almost metallic.
I think I would just yell out, "Shiny! I see something shiny! There's something shiny!"
Okay.
Just alert everyone to that.
Olivia, Tom, are you guys up to anything?
Well, I was going to be lounging underneath one of those parasols, maybe sipping like a mojito or something that I've made for myself. But hearing Aram say, "Shiny, something shiny," and I'm like, "Ooh, shiny rock," because I'm all about my crystals. I'm going to run over and see what it is that she's pointing to.
Sure.
I was investigating the ballista, probably about to get my fingers taken off. trying to work out how that worked. But I think I've also run forward to the front to see what's going on at the shiny rock.
Yeah, who do we see? Describe for us what Van Helsing looks like, Tom.
Like a Timu Aragorn.
Aragorn. Love it.
He's
Sorry. I love it. I'm here for it.
he's trying to look thin and wiry, but actually he just looks a bit lanky. He's trying to look. Excuse me, I've got a robot trying to eat my feet.
That's fine.
Attack of the
Yeah.
Rumbers.
Yeah, he wants to be gruff and stubbly, but actually he's just unshaven. He's doing his best, but he's not quite there yet.
Okay. Yeah, the ballistas look workable as you pass them. Aaron, with your excellent perception check, as you're standing at the bow, you start to see something in the sands stirring. You see the sands below starting to roll back and forth, for lack of a better word. And you do feel in your pocket the weight. Actually, who would have had the journal that you found at the end of the last episode? The journal with the worm symbology.
Wasn't it?
I think I had it
I
last.
think that was you. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel the weight of that in your pocket, and you feel it just pulse for a second.
Pulse.
Yeah, it
Okay,
seems
I'm
to
gonna,
it seems to react.
To the shiny thing?
No, I point
You're
out
not sure?
the moving sand.
Oh, the moving sound. It's a fucking worm! I'm gonna turn to Aram and Pan and say, thank y'all. I think we're about to hit another worm. Y'all might want a brace.
What is it with these worms?
I think Aram would come up and be like, so we've been to a few different places, but the two significant places we've been to recently have had weird worm things mentioned, or the first place was attacked by a giant purple worm. So I think there's a worm issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you better
and-
brace yourself, Van. If you've got any shots you want to take against worms, now would be the time to take them.
How big are
So you
these
see-
worms?
A very big worm, in fact, burst
Well, the
from the
first
sands
one we
below.
saw was like Jesus. It was whoever that is was just 3 times the size of the ship that we're on now, probably more because the rest was underground. And yeah, it was a lot.
Are you guys looking at the map?
I am. There's a lot of worms.
There's a lot of worms.
So you see a lot of worms burst from the sand. You see one enormous worm, a winged, almost a dragon, but no claws, erupts from the sand and strikes upwards towards your ship. The big worm just takes a massive chunk out of the base of the ship, and several smaller worms scatter off it like little pods that flit up over the edges of the ship, and you hear the engines just sputtering and fail. What do you do?
You said there was ballista on this thing?
There are ballista on this thing. I'm not going to put you in formal initiative just yet, but there are
Okay.
ballista on this thing. You've got the person you're employed to protect up the back of the ship. I should use nautical terms. The stern? Yeah, let's say stern. And you have several worms converging from the west and the north.
Okay, I'm gonna run towards Quentin, and if I have enough time to get there, if I reach him in time, I'm just gonna like bodily, not tackle him, but like bodily shove him to the floor and be like, "Stay down."
Yeah, you've got time to do that. He'll say, "Thank you very much. Her Majesty will thank you in the future."
Yeah, so long as you live through this worm, we'll be fine. But just stay down, all right? Don't try and help. You'll just get in the way.
Sure. Are the rest of you doing anything before these worms descend?
I'm going to run for the ballista. That seems like a very gnomish thing to do. Find a machine.
Yeah, sure. You can run for the ballista. I'll allow you to roll a single shot off the ballista while this turn's happening as sort of the initial round. Roll me a d20, I'll add something for you. Tom, Aram, would either of you like to do anything in preparation? The world's your oyster here.
I am going to. I didn't mean to click that.
Yeah, new thing on D&D Beyond, the dice roll on the screen, which is interesting.
Oh, okay. That wasn't me then. Okay. I would like to cast False Life on myself.
Sure.
Is that what I do? Is that
Sounds fun.
preparation?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of temporary hit points.
Love it.
I'm just going to do that. Just do preparation.
Tom, what would Van Helsing do?
So he's in a bit of a panic at the moment. He knows how to do something, but he's dropped his quiver of arrows. So he's pulled out a pair of knives and is looking around for something to hit.
Yeah, sure. You see a couple of small spirit dragon wormlings up the front of the ship. You could make a swipe at them. You could cast your Hunter's Mark, which is a free bonus action. It just makes them more susceptible to your attacks. You could also explore the ship. You can do whatever you want.
So he runs forward and hides in one of those tents in order to
solid.
jump out at a worm if one comes by.
So you've taken cover. I will count that as being hidden. Okay, so as you guys prepare, you hear another loud explosion and something in the engine finally gives out, and you hear the worm roar and it just bellows in pain, and something beneath you just blasts with fire, and half of the ship just sort of shears away, and whatever capability of flight you had left is gone, and the worm sort of trails away screaming, with the other worms, the smaller ones, going into sort of disarray, and the ship just plummets towards the ground, heading for that sort of switchback canyon area. Is there anything you would like to do in one further round before you hit the ground?
I thought I had prepared Shield of Faith, but I had not.
Okay.
So, no. Oh, no, I can cast Bless on someone or Guidance.
Yeah, nice.
Let's do Guidance. Who am I gonna... Nobody is near me. Fuck. Then I told Quentin not to do anything. Who is Giuseppe? Sorry, did I miss that?
No, Giuseppe is Quentin's sort of offsider. He's a human man with a fearsome mustache, sort of a handlebar mustache.
Okay.
He has a little fez hat and a very oversized backpack, like it's absolutely packed. And he just says, "It's okay, Giuseppe, fine."
Okay. Not that I really care about you because you're not really the target here, but nobody's near me, so I can't do shit. It's fine. It's fine. Continue.
Okay.
I think I'm probably gonna. How far off the ground are we?
Ooh, you are... I don't know how to put this into metrics. You are one turn away from crashing, and I'm going to say, let's say, 500 meters in the air. Flying at quite a clip.
Okay, cool. And would strapping myself to this falling object be safer, or yeeting myself off the side?
Probably not yeeting yourself. You do you do. I will support my bestie.
I think that's a personal call. I don't think that's a mechanical rules check. I think you would have to make the judgment call based on that.
Can I hold a bonus action?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to hold a bonus action for Blessing of the Raven Queen and Misty Step once I get to 30 feet.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see Sean Pan's shot careened off into the distance, the ballista bolt sort of flying away from the worm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless there's anything else, the ship will impact the desert. And
Was there a lifeboat on that ship?
there was, yes.
That should have checked
Do you
that
wanna
out. So the ballista.
Yeah, we should have
no,
looked
I'm
at
still-
that.
Yeah.
I'm still panicking, hiding in my tent.
Sure.
No, Sean, go.
Can we reach the lifeboat, or is it just time to brace?
It's probably time to brace.
Okay.
Put your head between your
Have a
knees and
brace.
kiss your ass goodbye.
Yep. That's right.
Actually, as you take a quick glance at the lifeboat, you see there's a really patched job. Like, it's clearly not been maintained. Like, it doesn't look very safe in itself. Like, this is not under warranty anymore. This is something's very poorly maintained on this ship. And the ship crashes. It careens into the desert with a mighty whoomph. The sand cushions it to a degree, but sand can only cushion so much. And all 4 of you are thrown off the ship into the sand, and you take damage. Can you make for me a dexterity saving throw, everyone? Tom,
I was
can roll for you
holding my
if you don't have dice.
bonus.
Yes, you were holding a bonus to use that.
Yes.
I apologize. Aaron, go right ahead.
I shall do
So
that.
if you're able to Misty Step, I will say that you can negate the fall damage just from magic physics.
I
See,
got a
Pan did not pass.
17.
Ooh, 17. Very nice. So you only take 5 damage.
Cool.
Sorry, what did I roll? I can't. 2.
I can see a 2, but that's from 4 minutes ago.
I think that was
Try
your shot.
again.
Yeah, I think that was a shot.
Yeah. All right, let me try again.
Tom, you can do a couple of things. If you want to just roll a d20 in Google, if you just type into the Google search bar, roll d20, you can do that. I'm happy to roll
done that.
d20.
I've got a 14.
Ooh, very nice. You get a bonus of +1. So with that, you only take 5 points of damage. I will mark that on your sheet. You're welcome to mark that on yours as well, just so it's on the online one. Cool.
I've rolled a 19 here, but it hasn't showed up in the log. I don't know.
It's shown up on mine. You got a 21 altogether. Yeah.
All right.
5 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Okay. And you guys find yourselves in the middle of a switchback canyon with a few things. You crash next to the smoldering wreck. I've marked it with a campfire there, although it's probably a bit bigger in reality. The smoldering wreck of the ship, Quentin Fox Hollow and Giuseppe, and no immediate sign of the worms. There are some structures you can vaguely see in the canyon, which you can investigate or make checks on soon. But what do you do first as you hit the ground and the ship is burning beside you?
Oh, we haven't done it yet. Can I pull out the book and do the reading check to see if I can decipher anything from it?
Yeah, absolutely. So from last episode, you roll me a D20 investigation. Well, just an investigation check. So
Plus
from last
guidance.
episode, plus
Ooh.
guidance.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do I add for that then?
Plus 4 from me.
Okay.
Yep.
20.
A natural 20.
No. I rolled an 11 and then 4 from Aram and then 5 for my mod for investigation.
Okay, so just a maths 20. Okay.
Maths 20.
So-
Dirty 20? Fake 20? I don't know.
So at the end of last episode, the group found a journal with symbols of a purple worm on it, Tom. They were unable to decipher it. With a 20, Elowen, you are able to start to unravel a few things. You're sort of looking at it, it's various ciphers and codes, and you're familiar. What languages do you speak? Do you speak any old languages?
Excellent question.
Draconic or anything?
Elvish?
Let's say you took a bit of Draconic in your studies.
Yeah, my traveling troupe of healers, definitely. I would have picked up little bits from everywhere, I think.
Yeah, so you're familiar with certain words in Draconic, and with that, you're able to see it references a few things. You can see an ongoing reference to something called the Hollow Eye above.
Ooh. Hollow Eye
And
above.
there's a number of times that something's underlined. You're sort of turning around and around trying to work out what it says. And the best translation you can work out is Beast Surge. And the character for Beast could almost mean worm. It's not quite clear why it's so conflicting.
And that's
and you just see the
several times
symbology.
throughout underlined.
Absolutely. And you see one of the icons next to it is just the symbol of an eye just shot through with what looks like conjunctiva or veins. But then you look at it and one of the conjunctiva has a tiny worm's mouth.
Ugh. That's gross. Cool. All right. That helps me with nothing from my current situation, but it is helpful information to know.
But yeah,
All right. Well,
you guys have crowd?
we crashed. I'll get up, make sure Quentin's okay, and then be like, "All right, everyone, sound off. Who's up? Who's injured? Who's down?"
I'm fine.
I'm up and about.
You're up and not
Been
crying?
knocked around, but yeah, I'm okay. Dust
Should we get off
myself
the
off.
sand? Should we get on those rocks?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
maybe
I feel
we
like
should.
getting...
Yeah, saw this
If
play
anyone's seen
once.
Tremors, do not touch the sand.
I read a scroll about a story where they had to really get off the sand on
Yeah.
the rocks.
I think we read the same scroll.
Let's
Pam.
add your tokens onto there. I'll add your tokens onto there.
It was a weird scroll, but anyway, what I learned was get off the
Really?
sand.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good one.
First
I
one was
reread it
alright.
all the
The
time.
second scroll was
Oh, no, the second
Gotta
scroll was
get
not
out there.
good. Yeah, the second scroll was not good. The first one was excellent.
yeah.
But yes, no,
Yeah,
I
but-
agree.
So you guys can do a few things. You are currently, this is a survival scenario, right? So mechanically, I'll just peek you behind the curtain. You're in a survival scenario. You have a crash ship in the middle of the desert. You'll be able to do a few things every turn, including search the ship remains. You can talk to Quentin and Giuseppe as sort of free actions. You can take them with you or leave them at the ship. You will be able to do a couple things. Basically, the more things you do in a day, the more likely you are to fail an exhaustion check. But you can sort of search for water. You can search for food. You can investigate some of these statues or ruins you're starting to see around the edge of the map. But you need to find a certain amount of water every day to survive. And you need to figure out some way out of here.
How
I-
badly screwed is the ship?
Yeah, you could spend your morning investigating the ship if you wished. Just roll me an
Yeah.
investigation check.
Like, is it repairable at all? I suppose
Look,
I'll
it
find
is
out.
burning and half of it's gone. So you think it's probably unlikely, but you could maybe fix a lifeboat. You could cobble together some sort of sand ski or something. Not impossible.
Do I still have
Is there
guidance?
water?
I can give you guidance again.
How long does it
D4.
last? Because you just gave it to me. Only one time?
It's just a one use. I just
One and
rolled
done?
another 4 on the D4, so you've got a
Okay.
4 to add.
Okay.
But basically, as long as Aram's with you, she can just cast it at will, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
cantrip.
Then
So just tell me if you're going to do anything. I'll just give you a nice little pat for good luck.
tap on the head. I'm taller than you. You'd have to jump. 18. Sorry. Math took me a second there.
Yeah, with an 18 investigation of the ship, you find a couple of salvageable components. You find, I'm going to use not metric terms because this is a D&D map, so they put it in American terms, so excuse it. But you find about 8 gallons of water, and each of you need about 1 a day to survive.
Awesome.
You'll need 2 if you're going to be traveling around and exploring things. So you have 8 gallons of water. You find 1 day's worth of food. And again, this thing seemed really poorly stocked. There should be more on that for a ship traveling into the desert. It's really odd. Even with half the hull gone, this is not the amount of supplies that should have been brought by Quentin. You also find the lifeboat, and it is potentially salvageable if you wanted to spend your day sort of working on it, a couple of days maybe. Finally, you find a stone of transmission. So you find a communication stone.
Ooh.
Did you find any of my arrows that I dropped? I feel I might need them.
Sure. I think I picked up like 3. The rest
And
were broken.
Quentin's
That'd
going to
be
come up. And he's going to look at you and say, "What have you found there?"
I think the lifeboat might be salvageable. It's going to take a couple days, I think, to repair it and get it going. But I think it might be our best option out of here. I might need some help fixing it up, though, because, you know, this kind of stuff not really my thing. And I did find some water. Y'all don't have a lot of food. What's up with that? Did y'all not plan for this, or was there food on the other side?
It must have been destroyed in the crash. I always travel fit for purpose and ready to face whatever nature brings me. That's why I'm the world's most famous botanist. And
Can I
Giuseppe
have an
says,
insight check?
"He's-
Everybody's like,
yeah.
insight check.
yes, you can all roll me an insight check.
Yay.
11.
19.
Ooh,
Ooh,
what's that? 24.
it was a 24. That's really cool.
I've got a 12.
Yeah, so,
Okay, so-
Ben and I know nothing.
2 of you think he's lying through his teeth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, all right. I mean, well, if you think that's what happened, I mean, you are a pretty famous explorer, and I feel like you've done lots of this. So I feel like you would have been prepared. All right. No worries then. You
And here we
got
are
any,
in the middle of the Worm Canyon. Why, this is where we wanted to get to. This is the place where we'll find the most interesting documentary. Here we should be able to recover my career. I mean, we will be able to find what nature's been up to with all these worms and beasts running amok through the lands.
So what do you know about the worms, Fox dude?
They've attacked several of Her Majesty's ships. There's been worm sightings in places they shouldn't be in the frozen north, inside well-traveled empire cities. This is simply a strange surge of worms throughout the planet.
Yes. What do you think's behind them? Magic? Nature?
Gods.
It's hard to say. I'm a botanist, and worms are not plants, but I believe it's a very interesting topic.
Actually, you raised a good point. You're a botanist, and we're in the desert. I don't see no plants. What are y'all doing
Nature
in the desert?
finds
Is
a
there a
way.
cactus? Sorry, what?
There should be several agave type cactuses around this sort of region. He sort of bends over, grabs some sand, sort of sniffs it, eats some sand, and then sort of looks around, and Giuseppe passes him like a little candle, and he sort of waves it through the air, and he says, "Yes, we should find several cactuses to the northwest, I believe." And as you sort of point to the northwest, you see there's like a statue of something in the distance, maybe an eagle, or something with wings.
Is there anything we can tell about that from here, or these other statues?
Yeah, you could.
away.
General quick look. You can see an eagle-type statue to the northwest. I've sort of divided the map into 4 quadrants for your survival searches and stuff. To the northwest, you see an eagle, or probably an eagle. To the southwest, you see sort of a mystic pool of shimmering blue water. To the southeast, you see what looks like a dragon, maybe. Again, heat, distance. And finally, to the northeast, you see what looks like a winged seraph or a winged humanoid type figure with a sword.
Are these elevated rock areas difficult to climb, or
Not impossible, There's certainly, if a talented bouldering or rock climbing enthusiast could do it, it's not Yosemite free climbing, but it could be done.
may I please go and explore the one with the angel-looking statue?
Yep, so you're traveling to the northeast. Is anyone
Yeah.
going to go with them? Like, is anyone else? We'll count this as your day's action, I guess. Again, you have that communication stone. You'll go to the northeast. What would everyone else like to do? Go with her or do something else?
Is the
I'd like to secure some water. If we can see a pool, we've only got a day's worth of water here. We need to.
Yep. So I'm actually
sort
going to
that
the
out.
southwest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cut a few people off.
I was just going to say, someone wise told me once, it's always good when the party splits up. Good things always happen.
Would you like to, Sean? You're famous for splitting the party, I must admit.
I
would you
sure
like to
am.
go somewhere separate?
No, I'm going to go against Type.
Okay.
Pan is too smart for that. Look, what will he do? He'll go with Van Helsing towards the watery pool.
Yep, no worries.
Great. I think Van Helsing has demonstrated he still needs a bit of supervision.
Yeah.
He's an intern.
Pan can tell.
Elowen, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna stay and keep an eye on Quentin.
Okay. Yeah, fair. While you're doing that, you're welcome to spend time keeping an eye on Quentin. If you want to have a look at that communication stone, if you want to sort of do a bit of work on the ship, you could.
Yeah, I'll look at the communication stone and start to see what I can do about the lifeboat.
Yeah, you have a look at the communication stone. It looks essentially like a survival beacon. So you think you could turn this on and would probably send out a distress call, which you could do relatively easily if you wanted to now.
Yes, please.
So you turn it on, little red symbols sort of flicker over it. It shoots a tiny little flare up into the sky, and you get a number comes back on it of 7, and that's all that happens.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on that, and if over the next hour it's still 7, I'm going to assume it means 7 days and not 7 hours. And I'm hoping it's 7 days. and not like a weeks.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah,
could be
you
in
keep an eye on
years.
it for an hour, nothing changes.
Okay, I'm assuming 7 days then. All right, we're gonna try and survive for 7 days.
Why don't we resolve Aram first? Aram, you approach a statue of a humanoid creature with wings. Just give me a quick athletics check to sort of climb up towards it if you want to climb.
Yep.
Maybe Pan and Van Helsing, if you could just give me a roll for climbing as well. We'll just roll a d20 athletics check. I'll add in the modifiers for you, Tom.
Would you accept acrobatics instead of athletics?
If you can justify to me how you parkour your way up the rocks, sure.
Yeah, well, it's only little, so there's a lot of leaping from handhold to handhold.
Sure.
Parkour.
And he's not real strong, but then he's not real heavy either, so it's springing from spot to spot.
That's fine.
Maybe do a roll at the top, just look dramatic. That's
Van
19
Helsing-
with that.
Van Helsing's still unsteady on his feet. He rolls a 4.
Oh no.
So, Van Helsing, you struggle to get up there. You do get up there eventually, but it costs you a bit more energy, and your water requirement goes up to 2 gallons for today. You'll need more water for the day. But both you are able to eventually get up there. Pan, you keep a standard 1. And yeah, you're able to approach this pool. You guys tell me what you're doing while I resolve Aram's as well. I'll have a look at your roll, Aram.
I'm rolling manually. I rolled a 13.
Okay, you're able to get up there, and you are able to ascend to face this statue. It is ruined, it is worn down by time, and it is a sort of an amorphous face that has been worn down by the sand of the desert. You do see remnants of what looks like a fallen civilization statue, and sort of skewered by the blade is a worm on the statue. So the blade is actually piercing a stone snake or worm. Just have a think about what you want to do there. Tom and Sean, what are you guys doing over by the pool of water? You having an investigate, poke around, you jumping in, having a swim?
I'm investigating, poking around.
Sure.
doing the
Do you get in the
notice
water, or
thing.
you just sort of like have a squeeze?
I'm just crouched down beside it, having a look, trying to see what's going on.
Okay.
Being a
Roll me an
curious
investigation
gnome.
check. What are you doing, Tom?
I'm tired after that difficult climb. I've stuck my hand in about to drink some water.
Yeah, sure. It is cool and refreshing. You are able to drink some water. What did you roll, Sean?
Just a 7.
7. With a 7, you don't find much. And in fact, as you roll a 7, a dust goblin leaps out at you and is going to take a quick swing. So you see what looks like a goblin, but dark tan skin. It's got a little jagged dagger. It's got sharp teeth. It's sort of carrying a little spear with blood on it. So it jumps out, has a swing at you, does get a 21, and does 5 points of damage. And make a DC 10 wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Yep, fine. Yeah, takes a swipe at you, and do you guys want to attack back?
I sure do.
Tom, you can either take a swipe with daggers or fire your bow.
I fire my bow.
Roll a d20 for me.
Sorry. I roll an 18.
Yep, rolling damage for you on a bow is... Let's roll a d6 for me. Pan, you obviously hit with the 21. And that was your wisdom check.
No, that was the wisdom check. Sorry, Firebolt is heading
Firebolt! Love it.
towards this guy. So that's a 21 to hit.
So, look, I won't even make you roll damage. You guys are able to polish off this dust goblin. He's not very tough. But you do see he goes down, and he's wearing sort of some tribal gear, but he also has a little item around a thing on his neck.
Can
Can
I
we check
take
that
a
out?
closer look? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do? Do you want to grab it? Do you want to investigate it from a distance?
I want to get close up and have a look, but not actually touch it.
Yeah, sure. Roll me an investigation or an arcana check. You see sort of a stone with cracks through it and a small glowing green eye-like thing. 13.
13.
Okay, not the worst. You see what you think is maybe a Lux Stone. So you're familiar with Lux Stones. You can tell me why in a sec. But this looks like a really cracked and broken version of a Lux Stone, which will allow you to roll with advantage once a day if you want to, just any time. Why would Pam be familiar with Lux Stones? Where did he come across one?
Well, he's travelled far and wide, has Pan, so I think this was back on one of his locum trips up north. It was with a group of dwarves who treated him pretty poorly, but one of them had a Lux Stone and explained it to him on one of the late shifts that he did up there.
Okay. You guys are also free to take a little rusty dagger or a burlap loincloth if you wish. I don't want to make that character decision for you.
I might leave them go, but to be my guest, Van Helsing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave them unless he's carrying a water skin.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do
good.
see like a
Good.
tiny little water skin. It was hidden in the loincloth. But like he does have a tiny water skin, and it will allow you to transport some water from the spring if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay, cool. You can get
not-
let's say a gallon. Let's be generous. Let's say a gallon of water in the loincloth water skin. Yeah. Cool. We might cut to Aram. Aram, what do you want to do with this statue? A statue, person, blade skewering a worm.
And you said it's in a bit of disrepair. Is it just sand blasted, or is there anything that is clearly broken off it, or anything?
Yeah,
like
roll
that?
me an investigation check if you haven't already.
Okay. 11.
Yeah, what you do notice is that the sword itself seems different to the rest of the statue. Like you start looking at it and you see that some of the sand has fallen off around the sword. You think the sword is actually a functional sword. It's not stone. As even, stone swords are functional, I guess, technically. But you think the statue is one thing and the sword has actually been placed in the statue afterwards. You see a black sort of metal coming from underneath the sand that's covered it. And that's all you can really see with that. You could potentially grab at the sword or explore the area further.
I think I'm going to talk to the statue and
Yeah, what do you say?
to take its sword. Aram's got spent a lot of time in graveyards, so she would talk to the gravestones and the statues quite often. So she would be like, "Oh, hello, my name's Aram. A big worm just bit our airship out of the sky. We've crashed. You seem to be watching over this place. I don't know who you are, but it looks like you also don't like worms. We're in a bit of a bind. May I please borrow your sword? It might be helpful to us. I can always bring it back once we get some rescue people coming."
Yeah. Make me a charisma check with
Ooh.
advantage. Persuasion, I suppose, would be technical.
Okay. That's a 24. I rolled a 19.
Okay. You see the statue, a single tear leaks out of the stone eye and rolls to the ground, evaporating before it can hit the desert in the heat. And the blade loosens in its grip just enough that you could reach out and grab it if you wanted.
I
Cool.
do. I reach out and I grab it. I thank it again. And then, on my toes, I reach up and, brush the tear off their face like you're consoling somebody.
Yeah, sure. So you're able to grab it. I'll pop up a picture of it. Just tell me if you guys can see this. Does that come up for you?
Yes. Oh.
Yep. So you pull out a sword. It has sort of jagged black metal. It's well made. It's definitely worn down, but it is jagged. And the crossguard has almost like a worm's mouth in the center instead of a solid piece. There's a hole, and you look at it and you can't actually see through from one side to the other. It almost seems to vanish into a void of blackness. And this is a blade. I will give you further information if you attune to it. It will require attunement, but you have a blade that I'm going to tell you is called the Worm Slayer Blade for now.
Cool.
Amazing.
Wow, that,
See, it pays
that
to be
sounds
nice
like
to
it
the
could be handy.
specialist.
yeah.
Cool.
I will add that to your inventory tonight.
Thank you.
Do you want to do anything else? That will take up a lot of your time. If you want to have a quick scout for water or anything else, you could roll me a survival check.
Yes.
Tom, your character is actually very good at survival checks too. If you want to do that on your next turn.
16
realised that-
survival.
16 survival. You're able to find a little cactus crop, not a lot, but a little sparse cactus had poked up, showing that life finds a way. And you're able to sort of like, if you want, you can use the Worm Slayer Blade to hack through them, and you can get like a little bit of water pooling out of the cactus to keep your water requirements for the day.
Yep, I will do that.
Okay. Yep. So we'll cut to Elowen. Elowen, is there anything else you want to do, or I can sort of tell you what Quentin's up to?
Well, I would have been like keeping a side eye on him, reminding him to stay within sight, and then be trying to work on the lifeboat as best as I can, knowing that this stuff's not really my forte. I do have mending prepared.
Sure.
Can I? But I can only do it in like 1 foot increments.
Okay.
So
Sure. Do that. If you roll
1 foot.
me,
1 foot.
I would let you roll a d20 check with advantage. What would this come under? Probably sleight of hand or something else. Maybe just roll me a d20 for now.
Okay, I was gonna
With
say cool
advantage.
because I'm shit at sleight of hand. So that was double twos. They were both 2.
Okay. You don't make a lot of progress. You do get a bit tired, and you need to use 2 liters of water today.
Oh, okay.
You can take that from the store, or you can go without, in which case you will be taking a point of exhaustion tonight.
No, I'll take it from the store. Given nobody else is here, I'm going to assume that they all find their own water for the day. So I'm going to take it from the store.
Yep, sure. You also see that Quentin is very interested in the southeast. He just keeps looking that way and sort of consulting something in his pocket.
Can I go up to Giuseppe?
Yeah, sure.
And I want to have like a little conversation with him. So how long have you been with Quentin?
It's 10 years. 10 years.
Wow, that's a long time to know somebody. How did you two meet? No, that's a long time ago, but
Yeah, Giuseppe answer ad on Fantasy Craigslist.
Okay. You were just passing through and looking for work, I take it?
His work.
Okay, that's fair enough. Where are you from, might I ask?
Is Giuseppe from everywhere?
Well, I'm a little bit like that too. I don't really hail from like one area. I kind of moved around a lot. So I understand that. Is everything all right with him, with Quentin? I'm getting a vibe that his crayons are a few, his box crayons are a few crayons short.
He probably sad about other people from last trip.
What happened last trip?
The worms, they come. They eat.
Oh, so y'all have seen the worms before too?
Yes, Giuseppe not like worms.
I don't think anybody likes worms, honey.
This is true.
All right. If you could help me repair some of this ship, that'd be great.
Giuseppe help. And he sort of gets out some gaffer tape and some WD-40 and starts helping with the lifeboat, and you make a bit more progress.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, you're all free to sort of gather, debrief, and plan what you're going to do tomorrow if you want. That's sort of the day.
I will tell the group about the Stone of Transmission and that I press the button and I'll show them the 7 that's on it.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. But
You
can I
guys
just ask about, the water where we are? I mean, I'll have a drink. Does it replenish or has it gone down noticeably?
No, it seems to be refilling.
I might just mention that to the group. I don't know how it works, but there's water over there.
just before we left, did we take a note of if there was an easier way up this rocky escarpment?
Yeah, you can mark. Having traveled there now, you can mark a handheld path that won't require checks in the future.
Okay.
I'll come back and I'll go over to it and just be like, I made a friend.
Oh, that's so good. How did you? We're in the middle of the fucking desert. How did you make a friend?
The statue on top of the cliff over there. It was really nice. It gave me a sword.
Babe, statues can't talk. You do know this, right?
Yeah, but you can still be nice to them.
Well, I mean, yeah. But
Yeah, I got this. Hold up the sword. But you can't look through the hole. It's weird.
Did you touch it?
I'm holding the sword.
No, like as in, did you perk the hole?
No, I haven't poked the hole yet.
Okay, maybe don't. If we can't see through it, maybe don't poke the hole. It's just a thought.
I don't tend to put my finger in holes that I can't see through because
Especially
sometimes
not
you get
gloves.
Yeah.
And
well, in
hygiene
fact-
and all that.
In
Yeah.
fact, here's a tip: 2 gloves,
Just in case the first one breaks.
just in case the first one breaks.
And I haven't talked to the sword yet, so I don't have consent. I need informed consent before I do anything else.
That's the best. Okay. Well, I will tell Aram what I did today and like what Giuseppe told me about them seeing worms before. Yeah,
Do you
something,
think it's...
something about this seems a bit dodgy. I don't know. I know we were sent by the queen, but I'm getting bad juju. I don't know about you, but I'm getting some bad juju.
It definitely seems odd. He's not well prepared for a trip to the desert. Something's not right.
Not well
Do you
prepared,
think-
but he said he was.
Do you think it's safe
Well,
for us to stay here
where's the
tonight? Or should
no,
we
I
move
don't.
to higher ground?
Well, I think the best chance of us getting out of here is fixing this lifeboat, right? I made some progress on it today. Not a lot, but some progress. Giuseppe tried to help, but was not so not as helpful as I would have liked. But yeah,
Giuseppe sort of pops
gonna
up
work.
behind you with like a plate of rations and looks very disappointed when he hears that. He sort of slumps back and walks away.
oh, sorry. I need to learn to filter my math, don't I? My math needs to use its inside voice, doesn't it?
It's okay. Giuseppe no.
Or
Giuseppe
Giuseppe.
no happy. Which of the two of you took the Lux Stone, just so I can add it to your inventory, guys?
I think I took it.
Okay, I'll put it in
that
your
right?
inventory. Sean.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to do before you go to sleep? You've had enough water to stave off exhaustion. Yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to do?
As a ranger, am I qualified to work out if this is a safe place to sleep?
Yeah, sure. You can roll me a survival check. Roll a d20. You'll get a pretty healthy bonus to that as well. So you get +5 to survival.
I got a 4 + 5, so that's a 9.
9.
I think I must be pretty tired.
Seems okay. Yeah, sand is sand. Sand's better than rocks.
I think we should set
What
a
if it's
watch.
worms?
I agree. I think setting a watch is not a bad idea. Who'd like to go first?
I can if you like.
Well, is there anyone who's not very good at seeing at night time? Maybe they should take the earlier watches or the
Good thought.
last watch.
I've got dark vision, so maybe I'll go later.
I've also got dark vision, so I'll go later.
Well, then I'll go first because it feels like the safest time, and clearly not feeling my best.
Yeah. So the rest of you retire to bed. Tom, you stay up on watch as Van Helsing. Giuseppe sort of parks up next to you and sort of just like sits down, offers you some rations, and says, "What's your story? What do you do?"
I like being outside. I like seeing the outside. This is my favorite. This would be a holiday for me if I wasn't worried about worms.
Yeah.
Problem is I can't remember much else. I went outside once and something happened. And now I don't remember a lot.
This sounds sad.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe there was something sad and I've forgotten it. What about you?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I think we mortals are meant to forget things. That's why it's hard to remember birthdays. It's hard to remember your wife's birthday. And then she got mad and she said, Giuseppe, why you not remember my birthday? But yeah, bad things, we forget them and we move on.
That sounds fine. Where you've got a wife back home?
Yeah, sure.
That sounds very convenient.
All right, Giuseppe sleepy. I go sleep now. And he just falls over, sitting and just falls asleep.
Van Helsing tucks a blanket around him and looks out into the desert, munches on his rations.
Okay. Yeah, nothing in particular happens tonight. That's all. And you guys wake up and you have another day. Elowen, your stone has counted down to 6. Yeah.
So 6 more days of this shit.
Yeah.
Pan, you are attuned to the Lux Stone. I'm just trying to get it onto your sheet. And I have added to Aram's sheet the Wormslayer blade. You are now attuned to it. And Aram, you just hear a little voice in your head say, good.
Okay.
Oh no.
I am not the right character for voices in my head. I've already got enough as it is.
Oh, maybe that's good. You're used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. The day is yours. You need to get some water, which you can probably solve with the spring. You've got 6 days. You can just hang out at camp if you want. You've got some rations. They'll probably run out tomorrow. So you can hunt for food. You can hunt for water. You can explore some of those other areas. It's up to you guys.
What's Quentin doing? Can I just see what he's doing or what he suggests?
Quentin seems to be slipping off to the southeast.
Yeah, I was gonna pull Pan aside and be like, so all yesterday, Quentin was looking over that way. I'm thinking it's worth one of us checking it out. I'm happy to stay here and keep working on this boat, but maybe you and Van or Aram want to go check that out. I don't think he should come with you though. I think he should stay here.
Yeah, I might follow him. Does anyone want to come with?
I'll go with you.
All right.
Van, do you want to try and help me with this boat?
Yeah, it can't be more complicated than a ballista, right?
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be fine. Who knows? Maybe in your past life you were a carpenter. We'll figure it out.
Here's hoping.
Okay. So Pan to the southeast, Van Helsing and Elowen working on the boat. Aram, what are you doing?
I'm going with Pan.
Okay. So you guys, do you just sort of follow behind Quentin?
I think we're sort of casually following behind, not hiding, just keeping back a little, having a chat as we go about the weather, that sort of thing. But
I'm telling him about my lovely conversation with the statue.
Yeah, and I'm nodding along like I care. And but really, I'm watching Quentin very closely.
Okay. Quentin seems transfixed with the statue. He is walking up to it, and you can see it's a statue of essentially a dragon. It looks like a bronze dragon, although it's hard to be entirely certain with the wear and tear of time. He is sort of walking up to it, and he just starts poking at it and prodding it and taking sketchings. He's all over this thing.
Might ask Quentin, what do you think this is?
Oh, this is my break. This is a part of the fallen civilization that I've been tracking my whole career. Via botany, of course. This is a fallen civilization that this desert was once plentiful in plants and water, and something caused it to fall. There's some great calamity, and when it fell, they had produced the finest of weapons, the wildest of exotic curiosos, and when it fell, it all disappeared, and no one could quite find where the city was. But I thought it would be here, based on a number of maps I've found over the years. And I put it together with my impressive skills of botany, and conjured you all to follow me here on this expedition. I think this is This is the fallen city of Eagle's Vault.
Does
I
that
think
mean
that's what they
anything?
called it. The translation's a bit funny. Eagle's Vault was as close as I could get. The other name was Phoenicia or Phoenixia.
Phoenixia.
Yes.
Interesting. Just a botanist, are you? You seem to dabble in other things.
A true scientist dabbles in all manners of science. For the Queen, of course, and country.
Disagree with that, I suppose. And anything
He's still
special
poking
about
and like
this?
prodding as he talks.
Yeah. Anything special about this particular statue? You looking for something?
He
Can we help
sort of
you?
pauses and make for me either an investigation check of the statue or an insight check. Tom, you can roll for this as well. But you're either trying to gauge what Quentin's looking at or having a look at the statue yourself.
I'm the one with Pan.
Oh,
at the
yeah,
moment.
sorry. It's
Yeah, I'm-
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
back in
Aaron.
bed.
My
Sorry.
apologies.
Um,
Aaron,
but I was going to give a guidance to Pan. I'll still
Yeah,
have a
sure.
look, but I'm going to give him a guidance. You get an extra 1.
Oh, awesome. Sorry, what am I doing? Insight or...
you can insight Quentin or you can investigate the
Insight
statue
Quentin.
yourself.
Yeah, sorry, investigation is what I mean. I'll investigate the statue first.
Do you want to use your Lux Stone?
It's such a bad roll, it's not even worth it.
Use your Lux Stone.
Use the Lux Stone. Roll again.
All right, so I get to roll again. All right. Oh, yeah, that's a bit better. 14, and then with guidance, that's 15. Is that right?
Yeah, that's great. So it flashes, the green eye sort of closes, and the stone shakes slightly, and then you're able to make that investigation check with advantage. You notice this is a dragon statue. It's worn down, but you do notice on the statue, buried in the horn's brow, it's a crown almost. It looks like an eagle clutching a worm in its claws atop a diadem. So like a half crown with a eagle holding a worm in its claws as the main centerpiece of that. And it's buried in the horns of the statue. And you think that's probably a separate component. And again, it seems to be sort of a black metal with maybe a bronze element to it. And you don't think Quentin's clocked it yet.
All right. Well, while he's busy, can I gently, carefully reach for that and see if I can lift it out from where it is? Does that...
Yeah, sure.
I was
Um,
inciting Quentin.
Yeah, sure.
I got a 15. Can I
Quentin?
sort of use that as a distraction? Like,
Yeah,
talking
sure.
to him?
Yeah, I don't see why not. So you get two things. You notice that Quentin is very focused on one of the dragon's claws. And you notice that, again, the metal of the claw doesn't seem like the rest of the statue. It almost looks like it's a detachable part. You sort of distract Quentin for a moment. And Pan, you could retrieve the crown or the claw. Probably not both in that moment. But you could also overpower him. Like, he's a botanist. Like, the choice is yours.
Somebody
don't have
cast
to hide what you
one.
That doesn't feel right. I don't know what you think, Aram. But I think I'll reach for the crown.
Yeah, sure. It's
Once-
it comes off. So it is as it appears. It comes out. It's a black and bronze crown with an eagle holding a worm in its talons. And this does require attunement. You may wish to give it to someone else, given your Lux Stone required attunement. It's not a standard Lux Stone for that reason. And this you'll get further information on, but for now, you know this is the false eagle's crown.
Right, so I might just pocket that for now.
Can I, as he gets down off the statue, I'm going to make eye contact with Pan and just give him a wink. And then I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy. I'm going to try and do it subtly under Quentin's feet because I can create tremors.
Yep.
And as I create tremors, I'm going to be like, quick, run to the ship. We'll hold it off.
I
Yeah,
love
sure.
it.
Roll me a persuasion check or performance with advantage.
With advantage. 17 persuasion.
Great. Yeah, he buys it. He starts legging it. Like, he's not a brave man. He's just back towards the
He's
ship.
gone.
And I think with that, he's keeping in mind there is that claw that looks funny. He sort of runs back, and Elwyn and Van Helsing, what are you guys doing as you see him charging towards you? What have you been up to?
1 foot mending. 1 foot mending. I'm be like to Van, all right, now hold this bit here while I do this. All right, now, no, don't touch that bit. Now touch this bit here and hold that together.
Yep. I'm helping in the way a 3-year-old helps.
Enthusiastic, but totally incompetent. That's
Whatever. Now flip it upside down.
and
no,
extremely
the other
cheerful.
way. The other way. No, sorry. No, the other side. Now flip it around. Yeah. Okay. Now, can I do this bit? All right. Thank you.
As you're
It's
doing
like
that,
building Lego with a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
you see
fantastic.
where the ship has gone into the ground, it's actually exposed sort of an area underneath the sand that is some sort of a treasure chest is perhaps the best way to describe it, but it's a large one, like the size of a man. If you wanted to open that treasure chest, it's partially exposed.
Yes.
Yep, treasure chest cracks open. You find
A mummy.
cloak.
A
No
cloak.
mummies.
Oh,
You find
I
a
don't know why I'm
cloak.
disappointed about that.
I'll put that up.
A cloak.
So you find an item. This will require attunement, but this is the Silkworm cloak.
Oh,
and
shit.
You will get further information if you attune to it.
Silkworm cloak. But now, does it go with my outfit?
Yeah, you can roll me a performance check, but it's fairly stylish, like a mist
Yes.
cloak almost.
Yeah. That's cool. All right. Yeah, all right, I'll try to attune to it. Do we see not Giuseppe? God, Quentin running back?
Yep. He's like, run for your lives! The worms are here.
Are you sure? I haven't felt any tremors. We've been working out here all day.
Quite sure. Quick, give me that water. And he takes some of the water and sculls it in preparation, leaving you with less water.
I'm pretty sure as a ranger that there are no worms around.
Are you
This is-
sure it wasn't just like a you tremor? If that makes sense.
Are you telling me I did cardio for nothing?
Cardio isn't a bad thing, my man. It gets the blood pumping. I mean, there are more fun ways to get your blood pumping and your cardio up, I will admit, rather than just running. But I'm not seeing any worms. Surely they would have attacked by now if they were.
Yes, you're probably right. Anyway, the fright's taken it out of me. I better eat some food. And he starts gobbling down rations, sort of more than he needs, to be fair.
Can I smack his hand?
You can.
Yeah, like a absolutely not. We are here for at least 6 more days. No.
He sort of pulls back and looks a bit stunned. This is a man used to not used to telling him what to do.
Buddy better get used to it.
All right. I have added Silkworm cloak to your inventory.
Ugh.
And I did retrieve that claw.
As you retrieve the claw, and we'll probably wrap up in like 10 minutes, just mindful of the time. As you retrieve the claw, you find that it is part of a spear. So it fully comes out of the claw and it extends. It was much more of it was buried under the statue. And you see a spear again. It's sort of cracked, like it's this black metal, but it's cracked and worn down by time. You see from the tip of this, not the tip, like from the handle, there is, it's a black fluid just slowly trickles out onto the sand. Yeah. And it looks like a dragon's tooth or a worm's tooth or some sort of animal's tooth rather than a claw. And this does require attunement, like most of the other things you found. But this is the failed Wormlance. And I will add that to your inventory. Again, you're taking this, Aram. You already have one item attuned. If you want to hand it out to one of your colleagues, you can, or you can keep it for yourself. You actually probably have that choice.
Yeah, I think I would probably take it back to my friends to see if anyone else is better with a spear. But I will say to Pan, that was a little mean. I scared him off. but he's lying so much, and I don't trust him.
Yeah. I don't think you should feel too bad about scaring a botanist. I mean, it's hard not to scare a botanist.
I think he's more than just a botanist.
And you're right. He hasn't told us what's happening and brought us on this trip. I don't think he's paid us yet.
No.
Payment on service delivered.
You hear from the corner.
Wow, but he's really good at hearing.
He is like a
he should-
fox.
yes, I suppose you would. Yeah, so I don't think we should feel too bad. Survival's more important than his feelings.
Yeah. Do you guys sort of dish out the various weapons and tools, or are you sort of who's keeping what? Just so I've got a track. Who has the Wormslayer blade? Aram does.
Yeah,
who
and I
has the
have attuned to that.
Yep.
And I've got the
You've got the Lux
What was
Stone.
Item.
I've got the Lux Stone, and I've attuned to that, and I've got this crown thing.
Yep.
The eagle claw crown.
I might give the cloak to Van.
Yep.
Oh, he thinks that's brilliant. Anything
Yeah.
that makes him look more outdoorsy.
Be like,
How do you feel about crowns?
I get the feeling
Who's-
this might
who's into
be
crowns?
more beneficial to you.
Elowen, are you a crown person?
Does it have crystals on it?
No, it's got an eagle grabbing a worm. It's
Well,
not
yeah.
an easy look to pull off, I think.
I'll try it on.
I've got a pointy stick you could use if you want. Unless you want the pointy stick, Pan.
The pointy stick's probably a bit taller than I am, so it might be a bit unwieldy.
Maybe
Yeah.
save it for when we catch up with Midas next. I feel like Midas could use a pointy stick.
All right, I'll keep that for him.
Okay.
I'm sure he'd like the pointy stick.
Anything else you guys want to do before you go to sleep?
So are you taking the crown, Elowen?
Yeah, I'll take the crown.
Go on, have the crown. What's the worst that can happen?
Why would you
Crown,
say it like
element,
that?
stone.
Now I feel like I need to cleanse it, and I don't have anything that I can do to cleanse it.
No, I'm sure it's safe. It just might talk in your head.
Well, I don't need that.
Well, maybe your crown can talk to my sword.
I have to do with
Yeah.
Aaron talking about all the voices that are going on in her head. I don't need voices in my head too.
No, don't tell them about me. I don't like talking to the other one.
Oh,
Why
Shh,
what?
they'll hear you.
but
Just don't tell them
we-
about me. The other weapons are really annoying.
Meanwhile, we're all just ignoring Aram because it's just
it's not unusual.
just another Friday evening.
Do you guys
Anyway,
go to sleep?
I'm just. Yeah, probably.
Van's just standing there swooshing his new cloak around himself. Looking,
Do you feel bonita, Van?
Because you look bonita.
he's a happy guy now.
Amazing.
You guys all sleep. The night is fairly restful. When you wake, you see burrowing to the surface a series of wormlings,
Worms.
2 dust methods high on the cliffs, and a dust devil approaching your camp.
It's
And I
big.
think that is a good spot to end it, unless you guys want to add anything.
Why? Oh, can I do another book check?
Ooh,
You can have done a book check overnight. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Yeah. That's just a D20, right? I've already forgotten what I'm rolling for it.
Yeah, just roll me a d20 investigation. So a d20 and whatever you're in.
I'll give you guidance.
Oh,
You get a
fantastic.
2 to guidance.
16?
16.
17. I can math.
17. With a 17, now that you've heard Quentin talk, now that Quentin sort of let loose a few details, you don't find as much as last time, but you do find the name Phoenicia or Phoenixia.
Phoenicia.
The translation is rough amongst the book, and it's written in sort of a cursory nature. Like this is written with spite and hate and malice filling the pages. And you find a symbol at the back that is just a worm eating its own tail. and underneath it you do translate that the cycle renews itself.
Well, that's not good.
Good for property values, though.
Can't complain.
I would have told the group about it, but I would not have told Giuseppe or Quentin about that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine. I would. That would be easy enough to hide.
Yeah. Just go around whispering to everyone. Cycle repeats itself.
Would anyone else have done anything before they woke in the morning?
I don't think so.
I think Van Helsing has remembered that he knows how to do create or destroy water,
Yes.
which
I did
would
have
have been
that
really helpful before he'd gone for a hike across the desert. But
He forgets things. That's fine.
the rest was really helpful.
And now you've saved the spell slot, so that's fine. Yeah. So we will leave it there with your characters, with their new weapons and items and treasure troves, surrounded by a series of worms and devils, as the stone in Elwyn's hand ticks down to 5. And we wonder, will our heroes escape this canyon, or is this the end for them? And we'll come
We're
back.
all gonna die.
We woke where the dust still burns, steel bones under broken dirt, old code in the wired rain, says a reboot, a choke on her, ghost towns made of shattered